Hello everyone, welcome back to Fortnite Hub. We're looking at, of course, the uncovering of the island, flipping the world, and a new one being revealed on the fliptheisland.com website, where we have been updating you on everything when it comes to new information on this map. A quick reminder that in order to use this map properly, not only do you want to be on the website itself, but you need to zoom in on the website before you zoom in on the picture. Once you zoom in on the website, you can then very detailed see the scale at which this map represents. We see right here already, and we're going to go through everything that we've seen so far, because I'm going to go to sleep after this video, 5:26 in the morning, and I want to be up for the new update that is in roughly around 9 hours from now, maybe. Let's get into what we see right now. So we see here what looks to be an old map or an old POI. Some of you will know what I'm talking about there. Let me know in the comments if you know what this is from the chapter 1 map. Then we have a building right here. I assume this will be a place to get some loot, farm some loot, and then of course you can farm some materials outside there too. Looks like a fountain over here. If you're not aware, this looks like whaling. Now if we go up here, of course we can see that there's a pier up here. We have some sort of mountain terrain up here, and we have of course what seems to be some sort of junkyard with a crane, maybe similar to what we've seen in the previous map. We have some trees over here and more trees, but honestly not a lot of trees, right? And this does mean something for farming routes and stuff. I think there's definitely going to be some farming to be done here, but honestly I think the trees are a little bit more sparsely distributed and scattered than I would have expected. At least that's what I see on the map. Then we have a building over here. If we move a bit further west, we see another sort of bridge. It looks like bridge building over here potentially, which obviously looks down onto quite the steep drop. Going forward, or at least actually going south from there, we can see another building here, and we see a lot of these circles over here that we actually see in the islands over here, right, where we can see, of course, I'm trying to find them now, I think they might be bottom right actually. We'll see right here that we have these what seem to be rocket pads, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Is that correct? 6, and then we have a 7th circle in the middle. But let's go back to northwest, and we can of course go through what we see here. Some roads. We see what might be a station for something. Maybe there's a gas station as well. I would imagine we're going to see some cars in here. I'd be surprised if we don't see cars. Well, we will. We've seen it in the chapter 3 Battle Pass trailer, so there's no discussion to be had there. Of course, then we have more rocky terrain. Again, this is likely going to melt over the next few months as we see Chapter 3 Season 2 roll out in March of 2022. Moving forward south, we can of course see the bridge where the river is sort of meandering through, and of course it stops there. We then have of course the meander going through there as well with another bridge. We have a building over here, and we have the mountains around here with quite a you can see just from the lighting actually the steepness of this mountain specifically. Now if we go a bit southwest, we can see some more buildings. We have a bridge over here, we have a pier over here, and some more steep cliffs around here. There's obviously a lot of height going on here, and this does look to be a fairly large map considering what we've seen in previous chapters. We have some boats over here, which I would assume might have a campfire, just generally how we see these places form. And of course we have more trees around here too. This will be a great place to farm, especially when we look southwest. We can see some more buildings. This looks incredibly colorful. I'm excited to see what this looks like in game, which of course subscribe to the channel for everything Fortnite chapter 3, because as soon as this launches we will have more gameplay for you to show on this channel. We have some more buildings here, which looks like a pit stop, if you like, for the road right here, with some more trees to farm here and a large building over here. This makes me think of the house that we saw in Weeping Woods, which unfortunately does not look like it has been imported over to Chapter 3 after being such a historical POI from Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. We also have another sort of large building above high ground here, which I can imagine will be a fairly interesting dynamic to see, of course, how players here will fight players over here. It looks like close enough where people will be able to get shots on. And then we have plenty of farming material over here. We then have what seems to be I'm not sure if this is a building or what, but it definitely is some sort of very small POI. I would imagine a chest to be in here, but I'm not quite sure. And then we see another sort of, this almost looks like a building of a restaurant even. I'm not quite sure though. It's definitely some sort of POI, but it definitely does look different to what we see, especially when we go down here. Now, if you know where this is, you know where this is, comment below if you think you know where this is, but this definitely building rings a bell with me if you were playing this game during chapter 1. And then we have some more piers over here with some more farming material. This is actually a great place, it looks like, to land, as far as hopefully there will be cars here where you can essentially drive out of, and there is plenty of farming mats, I think, with plenty of loot in these buildings. Moving further south, we see an island around here with a building on here. I'm not sure what these places are. Actually, now that I think of it, these are probably pylons. We actually see the lines coming out of them, so I would assume that we'll see maybe another one. I'm not sure where that actually goes to, but these definitely look like two connected pylons. And we have a bunch of farming wood sort of forestry right here. And then finally we get to the desert biome, where we have obviously this island in the middle right here. So this definitely looks like a mountainous range over here. Obviously, moving into the pixelated area that we do not know what it looks like yet. We have quite a large area right here. This, to me, looks again very similar to what we've seen in previous chapters with races, and of course we do know that we'll be seeing races. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, we see, of course, a number of cars. We see, I think this honestly looks a little bit like, not entirely the same thing, but as far as the car setup here is, I'm thinking about Risky Reels. Now, if we go a bit further east, we can see that there's definitely another sort of building here. I'd imagine that there's definitely some loot. I'd imagine that there'll be some cars around and some fuel potentially. And then if we go further east from there, we can of course see the first places that we actually saw, or the second, I should say, places that we saw looking at this graphic back about 10 hours ago, where we of course see a lot of sort of farmland. It looks like some buildings around here, another building around here. And if we go further southeast, we can see more farmland around here. So definitely a heck of a lot of farmland around in the southeast area of this Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 1 map, where we see also a ship right here, looks like a pier over here, a car park right here. And then moving further north, we have what looks like a gas station. And then if we go further northeast, we see, looks like some sort of beach hut villa. Again, another beach hut villa here, maybe a house over here with some docks over here, which I'd imagine these are boats over here. It's actually amazing that we're able to look at a bird's eye view of this map before it even releases in literally hours from now, considering with Chapter 1's live event towards the end, where people were obviously confused as to what was even happening, or at least some people were. Obviously, it was the first time that we'd seen Fortnite go down like that, and there was no announcements. Now, compare that approach to this approach, where we're literally able to analyze the bird's eye view of this map together. It is incredibly exciting indeed. That being said, what do you think about what you see in this map? To me, I am incredibly excited. I'm definitely eager to get on this and to show off every single location, every single quest, and everything else that you want to see. When it comes to Fortnite Chapter 3, we're going to be looking at every important discussion regarding what is working, what isn't working in this game for Chapter 3, and what is exciting. I am excited to show you everything about this game over the next period. And with that being said, if this video was interesting, I helped you in any way, shape, or form, a like is always appreciated. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more Fortnite information. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next Fortnite video.